This is not a program, and the thing is, what you'll notice with this list, the programs who are up here, I think Donnie and I are holding them to the standard of which they are as programs. And so a team like Oklahoma is not a program where they can just be an 8-7 win team. And we look back and say, oh, that was a good year for them. Oklahoma is conference championship, beat Texas, fight your way into a national championship. For this team, the reason why I give them 10, I think a lot of the teams ahead of them have more pressure, but I'm also going to give Brett Venables the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give him a little bit of leeway. I don't think he had a pretty good offense going into last year. I think it was a very static, really wasn't the prolific offenses that we're used to at Oklahoma. But the reason why they make this list at number 10 is because what they brought back in return this season. You bring in John Matier, you bring in Jaden Ott. Those two in itself were probably top 3 players at their respective positions heading into the transfer portal. And you got both of them. So there is an expected increase in production on the offensive end. And I've talked about this with Donnie. John Matier is a guy that I feel like could be in New York when we get to December into the winter. I mean, led the nation in touchdowns last year with 44. Jaden Ott, we know how explosive and dynamic of a running back he can be. And then you add Marvin Jones Jr., who I think is pretty slept on edge. I think it's a pretty solid acquisition for Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how this works out. But when I look at the overall landscape of this team, I expect a Brett Venables defense to be able to be up to standard. And let's be honest, some of their wins this year was that defense really just being tough and getting after it and giving them just some extra stops with the ball. So when I look at this team as a whole, Oklahoma is in a very, I would say, optimistic situation given what they've brought in this season.